Camera's rolling. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back for video number 2. I am officially evacuating my apartment, so I'm packing up right now. And I thought we could have another conversation as I do so. So here we go. I felt like today would be a good opportunity to talk about something that I've been thinking a lot about, which is just the idea of letting go. That's probably also going to be the title of the video, just because that's been on my mind a lot lately. I think for the first time in my life, I am fully realizing how hard it is to let things go. In theory, it should just be a very simple process. Your ability to just step away or step back or take a breath, is something you always possess. Yet, I have found it to be oftentimes the most challenging thing for me to do. And I think one of the biggest reasons for me personally why it's hard for me to let go is because what I've held on to has formulated my entire belief system. And so the idea of letting that go then becomes this overwhelming launch into this void of who am I? And I feel like I'm at the doorstep. I feel like right here is the void. And I feel like I've been here just holding on for so long, even though I know that I just need to step through the door, but it's just so hard for me. Why am I even packing those? I don't even know. I'm gonna do it. What do we think? Some more gray sweats? Do we keep or do we get rid of? I mean, okay. It's not really get rid of. It's more so if the worst were to happen, would I be heartbroken if I lost these? No, I would not. But yeah, I think I pride myself in being able to let go of material things, and I think that I do so to compensate for the fact that it is so impossibly hard for me at times to let go of my own belief systems. Because I feel like my belief systems have gotten me to where I am today. And that's what makes letting go so tricky, as an artist especially. Because I believe that artists should have fundamental belief systems. You should imbue your work with your artist's voice. That's what makes it special, because it's unique. So how are you supposed to balance having this impenetrable belief system while also allowing your consciousness to just let go? I find myself often thinking about the idea of letting go to eventually be able to let more in. It's hard for me to practice that all the time. It really is. I think one of the other really important things about letting go is to have the ability to let go of things in the moment. I've also always found that very hard. in a split second not be overcome by emotions, but rather have the awareness to realize, hey, this feeling that I'm feeling, this is not me. This is just something that I'm experiencing, and it's just going to move on to the next thing, right? It's just going to move on. We form these blockages, and when we experience something that is so harmful to our ego, I'll close off and I'll hold that experience in, and it can be damaging when really it's so much better to just let go. That's such an interesting thing though. Like, letting go as an artist is such an interesting thing because I believe that our society gravitates towards authenticity and realness. I at least do. That's part of the reason why I'm even doing this. Because I was like, I'm not being real enough with myself. So let me put myself on blast for a second. You know? Like, I at least gravitate towards authenticity in everything that I consume. But as humans, a lot of society has difficulty letting go. And so, as an artist, it's our job to be a mirror for society, for ourselves, for our neighbor, and allow people to digest our creativity in a way that makes them think. That is what we do as artists. That is our power, to mobilize society and revolutionize thought and push progress forward. That's why we're artists. Or is that just my belief system? I don't know. That's why I'm talking it through. I seriously don't know. I mean, that's what I've always believed, that it's an artist's sacrifice to dig deep within themselves, to pull out that vulnerability and show it to you so that you, sitting at home, can look at it and suddenly reflect. And if that reflection leads to you being a better person and impacting your own circles and your own communities, it's a ripple effect. So an artist's sacrifice is a vow to a better society. Again, is a belief system that I'm clearly clenching onto with both fists. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I'm just saying what I feel. That's just how I feel. And that feeling allows me to produce art. That feeling allows me to dig deep within myself, and when I am backed up against a wall, feeling alone, I can rely on that feeling to get me through it. Is me relying on it a problem? Should I be able to, when I'm having that feeling, not tell myself over and over again, oh, well, you're doing something great. Oh, you are changing society. You're paving a path. Instead, should I just be able to let that go? And if, when I'm backed up against a corner, feeling alone, I'm reliant on spoon-feeding my ego, you're awesome. You're doing this for society, man. You're awesome. Is that just snowballing a problem that's eventually going to come? I think that's where it gets really scary. The idea of not fully knowing who you are. Because if you look around and you think to yourself, okay, I've built this life for myself and am able to keep myself safe because I've been leaning on these fundamentals for so long, the realization that those fundamentals derive from your ego is like, it feels like they're prison bars that are wide enough for me to slip through. If I just turn to the side, just kind of got through, it feels like I could just be free. But I'm so comfortable behind my bars because that's all I've ever known. So that is the mission of the artist, right? That's the mission of the artist, to be able to balance the ability to let go while also maintaining a passionate and unique voice. And then you combine the two in a medium for the world to see. Maybe letting go can be as fluid as the change in your life itself. Maybe I need to let go of the notion that letting go is just this massive avalanche that comes once in your life and you step into the void and you're lost. Maybe letting go is something much more... Has this been focused the whole time? Has it? I also think that letting go, it can be simplified to letting go of things that are not serving you. And I think that process, for me personally, has been enveloped in a lot of self-hate, when really the process of letting go is fueled by love. Maybe I get myself into a greater predicament, not because I'm unable to let go of an idea or notion or practice, but because I'm so hard on myself because I can't just instantly let it go. And that inner sense of attachment becomes this like blaring spotlight on my face, being like, look, you're still attached to this thing. You're attached. It has a rip down the bottom, but I tuck it into a belt, and so you can never see it, and it is a really nice shirt that my parents got me. You're attached. This video is also living proof. It is evidence of the fact that it is easier to talk about letting things go than it actually is. And I don't need to call myself out or discredit any of the things that I've previously talked about. That's just a fact. That's just a fact that lies within all of us, which is, it is so much easier to just talk about things than to put them into practice. And that's just on the surface. That's just the material level. Now, think about actually giving up that belief system. I gave up playing soccer to do acting. And so I feel like for so long I've been holding on to the fact that because I gave up my first love and loaded myself into the cannon and launched off on this unknown path of low probability and high competition, I cling to the idea that I can. That's not something that I've formulated. That's something that I know. And something that I will not let go of. I can. I have the ability to, and I will. And maybe that's where I developed the notion that an artist must sacrifice something in order to create something great. You know, it's really interesting. It's really interesting because while letting go is a wonderful and necessary practice in a human's life, I find myself dressing up the idea of just giving up and camouflaging it with letting go. Letting go is not the same thing as giving up. Letting go is getting rid of what is no longer serving you in order for you to fulfill your dreams. In fact, if we do not let go, we most likely will give up. So if you want to move forward, you have to let go. Okay. I think that's it for today's video. I think the next time that we are going to talk, I'm going to be in a car evacuating the city. So, I'll see you then. See you later. Bye. Love you.